times. However, we share that 99.9% of the genetic materials. That is the 0.1% that make us different from each other. And there are billions of events occur in that 0.1% of DNA, and it's including the mutation. And how can we know that if our body carries the mutation or not? That's the reason why today I would like to inform you about the genetic testing and 3 aspects of genetic testing. In order to conduct this research, I comprehended the knowledge about basic genetics from my genetic class in XCC and collect the information about genetic testing from some reliable sources, such as UNEX National Library of Medicine, Genetic Home Reference, National Institute of Health, or National Human Genome Research Institute. Do you think that you are normal? Yes, you are. You look normal. But I'm not sure that inside you is normal or not. People usually think that they are fine because there is not any sign of abnormal appear in their body, but their gene can be mutation. And it is possible for that abnormal to be developed or passed to the next generation. Therefore, genetic testing is necessary for people who family related to any genetic disorder and would like to check if they will develop or pass the disorder or not. This research will give you an overview about the genetic testing and whether you need a genetic testing or not. In this speech, I would like to mention about 3 aspects of genetic testing: the process of genetic testing, type of disorder that can be detected by genetic testing, and finally, the reason to get a genetic testing. First, the genetic testing process. According to U.S. National Library of Medicine Genetic Home Reference, genetic testing is a type of medical test that identifies genes in chromosome, genes, or protein. In the article, How Does Genetic Testing Work?, Iowa Institute of Human Genetics states that genetic testing is performed in 6 steps. Step 1, in the doctor's office. Your doctors or nurse will take a sample from you. The sample may be the blood sample, skin, saliva, blood around the baby during pregnancy or tumor. Step 2, prepare your DNA. The lab will get your DNA from the sample to test. And step 3, sequencing your DNA. The sequencing test, read your DNA and look for any abnormal in the DNA. Step 4, analyzing your DNA. The computer will read the result from the sequencing test and list all the abnormal will cause the disease. Step 5, interpreting your DNA. A group of doctors, genetic counselor, computer experts sit down to read the result and discuss about it. Step 6, receiving your result. Doctor will tell you the result and answer your questions. Genetic testing seems like a very complicated process requiring high technology. So what type of disorder that genetic testing can detect? According to the book Genetic Testing, a conceptual approach, I can say that all of the diseases which are involved in the genes of chromosome, DNA, or protein can be found by genetic testing. For example, schizophrenia is caused by the abnormal on the chromosome 22, or Down syndrome is caused by the trisomy 21. That means that person has 3 copies of chromosome 21. Or sinus fibrosis is because of the defect in the gene CRTR that stops the protein from controlling the salt or the water coming in and out of the body. Here, the example for the inheritance pattern of sinus fibrosis. We can see that both of the parents are the carriers. That means they are not affected by sinus fibrosis. However, there is a probability that their children will get the disease in 25%. Obviously, we don't know that we are carrying until we get the genetic testing result. The National Human Genome Research Institute said that genetic testing can help us diagnose the disease, determine severity of the disease, guide the doctor to decide on the best medicine and treatment. Moreover, the most important benefits that genetic testing brings us are identify genes that may increase the risk to develop a disease, genes that could be passed to children, and screening newborn baby for certain treatable conditions. In conclusion, genetic testing is a mark of high technology medical. It not only helps us to identify the possibility of a disease at an early stage, but also help the process of treating disease become easier and quicker. The process of genetic testing, what type of disease can be detected by genetic testing, and the reason why we should get a genetic testing is the three main points mentioned in this speech, which is an overview for people who are concerning about genetic testing. Finally, I hope you can keep in mind that don't ignore any sign of your body because health is the most important thing in our life. Thank you for listening.